Hi, I'm Abby O'Neill. I'm a medical intuitive, and I'm teaching today with Jim McCarthy, who's a spiritual teacher and counselor. We're doing classes which are also on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Infinite Light LLC. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can go to our website, www.infinitelight.me. So, welcome all of you, especially those who are new to our group, coming from Meetup or Eventbrite. We also do seminars around the country. So if you're interested in one of our seminars, reach out. You can either put your stuff on chat or email us directly at info@infinitelight.me. The topic today is dissolving resistance. Now, I'm one of those people that would have thought, I have no, I have no resistance. But then it turned out I had a lot of resistance. And how have I learned about that resistance? So, first of all, I guess resistance is defined as a sort of an emotional block that we're unconscious of. As we try to pursue our goals, as we try to pursue our relationships, as we try to increase our situation in our jobs, our community, our family, sometimes we keep knocking up against what seems like a barrier or a block. Sometimes we feel really stuck. A lot of times at that point, we would like to blame everybody else, which, always feels good. What can I say? But if we keep hitting that block too many times and it looks, eerily familiar, we're kind of like, oh, whoa, maybe maybe this is partly coming from me. I work with a lot of clients as a medical intuitive and also helping people let go of blocks, cut cords with negative situations. I guess the biggest thing I've learned from working with people is that there might be an unresolved issue from our childhood. We might have a child self that was inside of us that was really fighting for us and protecting us. And that child self kind of never gets turned off. And of course, the years go by and we forget about what was important to us as children or what were our biggest fears as children. What were our biggest hurdles or obstacles as children? Um, as a as a healer myself, I can see it play out in other people. With Jim as my partner, he's helped me understand my own patterns. But I'll just give you a few examples. I have a couple of clients that are extremely talented and already successful. And yet they sort of hold themselves back because they're in a situation where they take a lot of responsibility for their family, a lot of responsibility maybe for their job. And it's not like we shouldn't do that. Obviously, we're in a family, we're in a world, we have to take responsibility. The part that I try to look for and heal is the part where they automatically give up on their own needs, their own vision, and defer more to other people. Say, okay, I've got to do this first, or I want to make this person happy, or let me carry that burden for this other person, or maybe they've carried it all their life for a certain member of the family. It's not a question of dumping, your family. It's more a question of healing that part in you that would automatically ignore yourself. Another really good example is actually myself. I grew up with a lot of stepfathers, four altogether. So I did not have a whole lot of trust in men, and I certainly didn't have a whole lot of hope for the institution of marriage. So when I finally met Jim and things were going really well, part of me had always wanted a relationship. And then part of me was like, no, I'm only safe if I'm alone. I cannot do this. And there was a huge war within me. So I had to go back to my younger childhood self who really felt safe being alone, safe, in a world that I could protect, that I could handle. And that's what so many of our blocks ours, where we go in and say to ourselves, probably unconsciously, because it's all looped sort of and unconsciously connected to our nervous system, our instincts, where we just say, no, this is past my comfort zone. I don't feel safe. I'm going to pull back. I have one client who pulled back from expanding her company. It was on the verge of success, and she thought of all kinds of reasons where she needed to help her family or that she really couldn't step into success because it frightened her. Now, I'm not saying, maybe that choice was good for her, but the point is, there was that automatic thing that came in. The automatic thing that came in of like, wait a minute, I'm as successful as I think I can be. I don't feel safe going any further. So think of yourself. What areas in your life have you felt safe going to a certain point, but then not so much further? Sometimes it's a financial limit. Sometimes it's a relationship limit. Sometimes you don't really want to rock the boat. Sometimes we go to our throat chakra and we find that we have connected with our voice, like we're out there in the world, we're assertive, we're strong, saying what we need to do, but there might be another voice inside that is really important to us that we don't feel that comfortable revealing. Again, we want to feel safe. So, how do we discover which parts of us are healthy and which parts are pulling back and choosing safety instead of success or love or involvement? Well, I'm going to do a meditation today to help us all connect with that childhood self. I think that healing is 95% awareness. I think I heard that someplace, but but in my work, I think it is actually very true, because if we really get aware of our patterns, if we really get aware of the obstacles that are coming up that we give into, we're way ahead, because we can start seeing it. We can start at least doing some meditation, prayer work. Jim has some wonderful prayers to help us change our perspective, change our attitudes, and understand how to get past these barriers. Mainly, it's just awareness that we're after in this meditation today. Kind of like seeing where it is that you might hold yourself back. So think for a moment before we start this meditation. Where do you feel blocked? Where do you feel that you would like to shift things just a little or maybe a lot and get a clearer sense of where you want to go and a sense of empowerment? Sometimes, if we really hold back and we're really wanting to be safe, as we get right up to an opportunity for huge advancement or to get over the whole pattern, to be completely healed, that's sometimes when you see the greatest resistance come up. Why would that be? It's because our child self knows. Our child self is like, oh my God, she or he is just about to let go of this sophisticated defense system that I've worked all my life to put up. Am I crazy? I mean, that's what I had to get through to get into a happy relationship. I didn't know. I didn't know how much of me was blocking it, if you know what I mean. So I think that Jim will have his hour in meditation on other aspects of resistance. I don't know what he'll do, but I know he's a very good coach for helping people over resistance, addictions, blocks, etc. But for me, like I said, my one ability here is to connect with the child self. So if we're all ready to meditate, I'm just going to lead us in a guided meditation. So get yourself comfortable. You can either sit up or lie down, but at first we're going to do a little stretching so that you can just sort of relax into it. So I want you to close your eyes and just do some deep breathing. The reason we do deep breathing is because we're just trying to connect to the present. We're just trying to get into the present moment let go of our day, let go of our thoughts. So let's just start to breathe now. I want you to breathe way down into your chest, way down further into your stomach. Let's see if you can breathe all the way down to your toes. Your whole body is filling up with oxygen. Your whole body is kind of floating on the air right now. Everything is just floating away in your mind. You're just concentrating on your breath. This time, when you take a deep breath, I want you to hold the breath. Just in a moment of stillness, pull in the breath, hold it. Just breathe it out when you feel like it. Let's do that again. We're going to create a moment of stillness where we're not breathing in and we're not breathing out. We're just totally serene and calm. So let's breathe in, deep breath, hold the breath. Breathe it out. Let's do that one more time. A deep, deep breath. Pull it way in. Hold the breath. Just let it out. Now we're going to roll our head on our neck. Just roll your head around. There's a lot of tension that gets stuck in our neck. The back of our neck, we get a lot of pressure on our head. Just roll your head around. Now let's go the opposite direction. Very easy, loose and limp, loose and limp. Now we're going to get a little tense. We're going to raise up our shoulders and squeeze right up under our ears. Squeeze really, really tight, really, really tight. Now let your shoulders drop. Let's do that again. Squeeze way up, push your shoulders, feel so tense. Now let them drop. Now we're going to raise our arms and reach up to the ceiling. We feel that stretch from our lower back, up our back through our shoulders, up our arms to our fingers, and now stretch a little bit more. Pull those fingers up and stretch a little bit more, a little bit more. And now our hands come down, but very slowly because they're floating. Your hands are just floating because there's no weight in your hands. There's no weight in your arms. There's no weight in your body. Your whole body is floating. It's like if a breeze would come along, it would just blow you sideways because there's no weight in your body at all. Now we're going to rotate on our hips. So if you're seated, I want you to simply lean forward, lean to the side, lean to the back, and lean to the side again. What we're doing is we're making a big circle on our hips. But if you're lying down, just feel that circular movement because your hips are loosening up. If there's any tension in your lower back, it's just loosening up. You're relaxing. You're just completely relaxing your lower back. Now we're going the opposite direction. Again, we're stretching out the back. If there's anything painful, you're just stretching out the back, just going over any little painful spots very gently. We're just stretching and relaxing, stretching and relaxing. Now we're just going to sit up and sit still for a moment. This part and the part that comes next is very easy because there's no way to screw it up. All I want you to do is feel your body. Everybody's going to feel different. So breathe into your body. How does it feel today? Do you feel any energy? Is any place tingling? Does any place feel heavy? Do you feel any pain anywhere in your body? How does your head feel? Just sit with it for a moment. I want you to imagine a bright, bright light coming into the top of your head, coming right down into your body. It fills up your heart, it rushes down your legs, it rushes down your arms, swirls around your chest. We're calling this light in the name of God, Creator, Great Spirit, Goddess. Whatever that life force energy is, whatever you're comfortable with thinking of for this beautiful positive energy that makes our body work. If you have a hard time seeing light or feeling light, imagine wind blowing through you. Imagine you're under a waterfall and the water's pelting down on you. If you have a hard time imagining energy in your body, put your fingers on your pulse. Feel that energy in your body. It's always there. It's always moving, constantly creating for you, whether we think about it or not. Now I want you to imagine this beautiful, light, effervescent energy swirling around you and going outside around your body. This is your energy field. When light hits it, it's your aura. This is our natural protection. We not only have our chi life force energy rushing through our body, but it comes out around us as well to protect us all the time, whether we realize it or not. And as you go through this coming week, if there's any phone calls or meetings or just walking out in the street or going to the store, if you feel particularly unprotected or you need a little help, take a one moment, fill yourself up with light, and see this beautiful cloud of light around you. It's always there and it's always going to protect you. Just focus on it. And we call in our guides and our angels who are always with us and say, hey, I need a little bit more protection today. Or my brain is a little funny today. I need some cheering up. Please help me out with this. Remember, your guides and your angels are always there. So I want you to take a moment now and I want you to look at this energy field around you. Now, if you're not very visual, maybe just sit there and feel it or imagine it or think about it. But let's take a moment for that now. Now we're coming back into our heart. Our heart is kind of like a generator for our life force energy because every moment of happiness, joy, even just pleasure, comfort, safety, it registers in your heart as a positive energy. So I want you to think back over the last week or two, and I want you to select out the moments that just felt kind of happy, kind of uncomplicated, joyful. Doesn't have to be that you won the lottery. It could be that you had a nice walk, or you patted your dog, or you had a great cup of tea. Life is built on little joys. And as we get more and more aware of our energy field, we want to sort of corral those little joys and Just feel them every day so that we always keep our life force energy high and strong. So I want you to think for a moment about some of those good moments in the last few weeks and just see how they feel in your heart. So think of your heart as a battery. If you're going through a day that's really rough, don't feel like you have to succumb to all those negative feelings. Just step aside, get in your car, go to the bathroom, hide in the closet, whatever you want to do, and just start thinking of some happier feelings, maybe something you're planning for the future. Think of a really good memory from the past. The reason we're doing this is we're not trying to manipulate ourselves. We're not trying to not be realistic or avoid problems. What we're trying to do is rev up our life force energy. We're trying to raise the energy, the frequency in our own body. We're trying to bring it back up to where it's a really strong life force energy. Because as we do that, we're going to get much more clarity. We're going to get much more physical energy, and we're going to be able to deal with whatever problems that come our way much more effectively. So don't ever be afraid of a happy memory or looking forward to something great that could happen, even going home and having a martini. Oh, did I say that out loud? Well, anyway, the point is like, don't be afraid of your own happiness because it's what keeps you going. The more we make choices for our happiness, the more we take little moments out for our joy, the stronger we get, the healthier we get. So right now, I also want to do another exercise that gives us a little bit more life force energy, gives us a little bit more of what we run on, so to speak. So I want you to put your hands out in front of your heart, just like somebody was going to put an apple or an orange in your hands, except it's a ball of energy. Now, first of all, can you feel or see this ball of light or this ball of energy? You may not be able to at first, but just take a moment of silence and see if you can feel it. Sometimes, if your hands come together, you can feel a little friction, a little heat. Those of you that can really see things, you might see a color there. You might see an energy. You might get a feeling. So now we say to ourselves, Dearest God, Creator, I accept this gift of love that you're giving me today. So we want to accept this energy, this beautiful life force energy. Take another look at the energy in your hands. Did it change any? Is it a different color? Does it feel bigger, smaller, heavier, lighter? What does it feel like? I want you to put that energy right into your heart. Just feel it come into your heart. Now we say to ourselves, I receive this in my heart and in my life. We're accepting more energy. There's always energy out there. We can always bring it in. Let's do that again. There's another ball of energy in our hands. Light energy. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Can you feel it? If you go into that energy, are you getting any impressions or feelings? This is a gift that the universe is giving you today. That might be the answer to a certain question. It might be healing a certain relationship. It might be a new direction, a new path. It might be confidence. It might simply be prosperity, money coming in. It could be intuition, it might be patience. What is this particular gift that's been given to you today? It's just particular to you. What is it? What do you feel? So now what we say to ourselves is, dearest God, Goddess, Creator, I accept this gift that you're giving me today. It's very important to accept the gifts. Now let's go back to this energy in your hands. Did it change any? Is it a different color? Are you getting a different feeling or message from it? Okay, let's put that gift right in our heart. We're accepting it. We say to ourselves, I receive it in my heart and in my life. Remember, the universe is giving us gifts all the time. What we need to remember is simply open that channel to receive them. Sometimes we don't feel worthy. Sometimes we feel we have to live with difficulties. Try to push that boundary a little bit, even if you just have one phrase every morning, like, I accept the gifts from the universe today. And just imagine them coming into your heart. Just that one little motion, that one little phrase to yourself can really change the energy of your life. We need to receive as well as give. So now we're going to do the part of the meditation about connecting to any part of ourself that might be creating resistance. Usually, this part of ourselves goes back in time to childhood because when we're a child, we're surviving. It may seem like an innocent time, but every child knows that they have to either please the parents or get along in school or um, literally survive because they can't support themselves. So I think from childhood, we always get that deeper feeling of risk, of fear, of jeopardy, of like, this is really important. I have to do this. If we're in a more dysfunctional childhood, it becomes much more like, I have to protect myself. I have to do this in order to survive. I have to say this one thing to a parent in order to survive. So these things, if you do them over and over and over again, year after year, they sort of get built in or entrenched, as we know. That's up to us now to let it go. So let's take a deep breath. Another deep, deep breath. Now, once again, we have a ball of light hovering in front of our heart. You don't necessarily need to hold your hands to hold the light because now we know there's a ball of light just twirling there. So let's go to your heart. Your heart is just full of warmth. It's full of all this beautiful energy. More energy is pouring into you all the time. We put our attention now on this ball of light in front of us. It's filling up with this beautiful golden bright light. It's a completely safe place. And now, into that ball of light, I want you to call in your child self. You may have an idea of an age, but let the child come in and show you what particular age might be healing today. Now, if you have if you have trouble visualizing, you have trouble with these kinds of things, just say to yourself, I give my guides and angels permission to heal my childhood self. Even if you don't see anything, try to feel around your body what you're feeling. Give your guides and angels permission to heal now, and it will happen. We're calling your childhood self into the ball of light. Take a moment and just be still. See the child connect with the light, this beautiful, warm light all around the child. What age are you? What do you look like? What are you feeling like? The first thing you want to do is just keep pouring light on your younger self and slowly acclimate yourself to what part of me is this? What do they look like? What memories are coming up? Are there some feelings coming up? Is there some reality of some relationships coming up in the family? What are you feeling right now? I want you to talk to this child and say, I feel stuck. Where am I stuck? Connecting to the child might be images coming to your mind, words. You might get a full visual. You might just get a feeling in your body. I want you to stay present with this and see what comes up. Is there a memory coming up? Is there a relationship coming up? Is there a remembrance of how it felt where you had to really feel safe or what you had to do to feel safe? Is there another scene or feeling that your child self wants to show you? You can ask them any question. Remember, your angel and guide are also standing by. If you're getting confused, ask your angel, what am I learning here? What am I trying to see? If you have a hard time perceiving angels, just hold the belief, hold the thought that there is a higher wisdom here that is showing you information and helping you. Now your angels are coming in to hug your child self, to completely embrace your child self, fill it with more light, and to make it feel completely safe. There might be loved ones from your childhood, maybe even people who have passed, but they would only be the ones where you felt complete safety, complete unconditional love. There might be pets where you feel complete unconditional love. But the important part is that the child feels safe, the child is flooded with light. The angels are completely protecting the child now. Now we're asking your child self if they can let go of the way they used to block prosperity or block relationships, if they can let go of their resistance now, if they feel completely safe in the light and they don't need to be the watchdog for you, they don't need to come up with the defenses for you. They're completely embraced by the angels, and now they can feel totally safe. Now, I want you to take that ball of light in your child self, put it right in your heart. Your child is now safe with you. Your child can let go of all the ways he or she was protecting you and just feel completely safe and protected. We're calling on your guides and your angels to continue this healing from now forward, to constantly make your child self feel healed and to constantly make your child self feel safe so that you can go out into the world and do whatever you want to do, feeling safe and grounded and protected. You have so much light in your heart. The light spreads out throughout your whole body right now. You just feel warm and tingly. You feel completely safe and protected, fully energized and alive. And that feeling will continue tonight, tomorrow, the next day. You feel completely healed. Take a breath. Take another deep, deep breath. Slowly come back to the room.